is Leah Salmon, the Naturally You Coach, and I'm going to be going through one of the other big 5 in growing whole food children. So the next one is feed your children as much whole, fresh, organic, unprocessed, local and seasonal foods as possible. One of the videos that I've done before was talking about different cleansing habits that you can get into instead of to get rid of the toxins that we're constantly exposed to on a regular, slow, gentle basis, as opposed to doing big kidney, liver, colon flushes and cleanses and things like that. Now, one of the huge benefits of feeding your children as much unprocessed, organic, whole, natural foods as possible is that you're reducing the amount of toxins that are going into your child's system. Remember, our children are growing and developing on a regular basis, and things that they're exposed to, even from the womb, things that your children are exposed to in these really crucial developmental times of their life are going to affect them all the way through until adulthood. So, for example, there was research done that showed that children who ate sugary snacks every day during their younger years, I think it was between like 8 and 13, that type of age bracket, when they were older, between 30 and 35, that type of age, a significant proportion of them had at some point either been arrested or were currently in prison for aggressive behavior. So whether that's assaults or batteries or, you know, domestic violence, those types of things have a link to children being exposed to sugary treats every single day during a particular period where their body is growing and developing really quickly. So the less of these, and the thing is, the chemicals that we're taking in, the chemicals our children are taking in on a regular, sometimes daily basis, we don't even know the effects that that's having, because these drugs and chemicals are coming into our food at such a rapid rate, and they're not getting the testing that they need to for us to really be assured that they're safe on our children. And for the vast majority of them, we know that they're not safe, which is why a whole host of countries will ban certain food additives and preservatives, while other countries will freely allow them to be pumped into their food supply and into their population as well, without any thought. So when you focus on giving your children more whole, natural, unprocessed foods that are just coming from nature, especially if they're organic, we're reducing the amount of those chemicals and toxins that are getting into our children, becoming part of them, altering the way their brain works, their digestive system works, their fertility. When they're older, all of these things can be affected by just the onslaught of chemicals that are in the foods that they're eating. When I recommend parents make this change, I recommend you make it at a pace that's most comfortable for you. So one of the wonderful families that I worked with, when they got the book, the oldest children like opened up the cupboards and they took out all the foods that were not recommended in the book, and they put them all in the bin, and then the mum was looking in the cupboard like, hey, the cupboard's empty now, kind of thing. But it was, you know, they really took that whole project on of, okay, we've decided we're going to get rid of it all now. However, I fully understand that not everyone is able to make that change as quickly, and don't feel that you have to make the change as drastically as that. So if it means that you start off by changing what your children are having for breakfast and making them have a whole food breakfast this week, or for the next 2 weeks, and then move on to what they're having for lunch, if you give them packed lunches and that's something you're able to control, if they're homeschooled, or on the weekends, whenever you can make that change with their lunches, do that, and do that for a few weeks, and then move on to making adjustments with their dinners. And then so at least you know you've got 3 whole food meals coming into them, and then you can slowly start looking at alternatives for the snacks that they have and then the drinks. So you're making the change gradually at a pace that works for you, so that it's a successful change and amendment. So that's been the second of the big 5 tips that I give families and parents when they want to feed their children more whole foods from my book, Growing Whole Food Children. It's been Leah Salmon, the Naturally You Coach. Have a fantastic day, take care, and stay healthy.